morning.
Goeiemôre.
It's that time of the morning again. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. It's a bit early.
It is a little bit early, but it is a nice day.
Yeah, after the end of December, we had, I think this January proved December wrong. Am I right?
What do you mean?
That weather can be nice as well.
Oh, we had wonderful weather.
Yeah, so far the weather is very good. The sun is nearly shining outside. We're a bit over cloud, but it's one of those things. We need the rain a bit. My plants is getting dry, so
it's lovely. I think there was kind of a heat wave or something in New Zealand last week. The weekend was so nice, but I know that in places like Napier, the temperatures went up to 38 degrees, which is very unusual for New Zealand. And just remember, 28 in New Zealand feels like a 38 in South Africa.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Check that woman saying, "Good morning, Yella. Hope the diet is going well." Come on, Vanita.
We're back on track.
We're back on track. But I look fat, by the way.
Why do you ask that?
Megan Henry, good morning from Papamoa.
Goeiemôre.
Goeiemôre. And yeah, all over the country, people saying good morning, guys and girls. Yeah, thanks for joining us this morning. You've got a topic on your heart. What was that?
Today we're going to talk about how to make your new country a home for yourself.
Okay. That's why I made the topic this morning: moving countries, moving house.
Oh, well, that can also work.
Because that's what you're doing.
Now, I always give him the topics and then he changes it just like anyway.
The problem was there was no real topic there. I didn't know exactly what the topic should be.
You just write it the way that I give it to you.
I had to choose. Michelle, good morning as well. Michelle, it looks like, there's only one Aucklander and the rest is from Tauranga this morning. So good morning to everybody.
Very nice to see all of you this morning.
Patricia as well.
So it's all about moving countries. It's not just about changing your address. It's about finding your place. And we all know that takes time. And to give yourself the grace to take the time to make it feel homely and feel like you belong. We all know that it's when you arrive in New Zealand, you're very excited, but you're also very unfamiliar and you feel a little bit unsettled. And it takes time to find your place and to make your house a home.
Yeah. The one thing I do when we reached New Zealand was to go around my neighborhood, I don't go greet people because that sometimes can be a bit...
Yes,
you'd be looked at a little bit strange.
You want to get out of the box by not that much.
Not that much. It's like Facebook, you invite everybody, but in real life, it doesn't work like that. So, for me, it was going around the neighborhood and just seeing what's in the neighborhood, what's happening where. I went for long walks on the beach just to get myself used to the area where I am now.
Yeah, because that in itself takes a long time. When we got to Tauranga, I think it's because of the water. There's so much water and Tauranga is kind of built around the water. So it felt like me that it's very disconnected. And in my head, I just didn't know how I was ever going to know where's Outumutai, how do I get
You didn't understand the place.
No, I didn't understand the place, but it is actually very connected.
Yeah, there's Karen Blau from Auckland coming in. Good morning, Karen.
Good morning.
Etienne from Christchurch. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Where in the country are you this morning? Say hi. So, yeah.
I think the one thing that you must remember is just that finding your place is not a race. You don't have to rush it. There's no need to rush it. When you get here, I think all of us has got that thing in your head. You are going to be here forever. So take your time and don't rush things, because then you're going to get anxious and you're going to get worried about why is it not happening? Why don't you make friends? Why are you struggling to get a house? So that really suits your family.
Yep.
It's not a race. Just take it slow.
And the thing is to adapt to the new country takes time, because you come from wherever you come from, you've got your own set habits of going Friday to the pub, and now you don't even know where the pub is down here. Or
everything's different.
Yeah, or taking the wife every evening to go buy food, those type of things. And suddenly you don't even know where the shops is, and you don't know what to buy. You're so out of your depth. It's crazy.
Vanita's also saying that studies have shown that it takes about 3 years to feel comfortable in your new country. There's no timeline to when you are going to feel a little bit more settled.
But I still think 3 years is a good
3 years is a
good period.
A good period, yeah.
And then a lot of people give up in the second week or the third month and say, "Oh no, this place will never work for me." But they haven't given themselves time.
Yeah, you have to give yourself time, and I mean, not even 2 years is enough.
So, okay.
Yeah.
I want to ask a question.
Yes.
And if there's people outside listening to me as well, you can pop your answer in here as well. What would you do to feel comfortable in your new home? If you've left everything wherever you came from, South Africa, UK.
I think the first very important thing is doesn't matter where you live in what house you live, it will probably be a rental because no one can afford to buy a house. It will be a rental. Get yourself some things that makes you feel that this is your home. Surround yourself with things that you like when you walk in your door when you walk into in your front door, when you get into your house, there must be something there that makes you feel, whew, I'm home.
Okay. Just in perspective for people that are still not in New Zealand. New Zealand rentals, you're not allowed to make holes in the walls for your board crates, and you're not allowed to hang anything up except if there was hanging space there, which there normally isn't. So you will have to think about innovative ways and ideas to do that.
Yeah. What I would suggest, and I know it's not always possible, a lot of people these days come to New Zealand and they don't bring anything with them. They leave everything behind. If you can afford to maybe just bring, what do they call those boxes that you can...
A move cube.
A cube. If you can maybe bring a cube with just a few familiar things that you can put in your home. For me, that helped a lot to just have things that I had back in South Africa and that makes my home feel like home. Something that gives you peace when you walk into your door, that just makes you feel like this is where I belong. So although you don't feel like you belong on the outside, at least then when you're at home, you feel kind of, this is where I need to be.
To make it even worse, some people feel that they need a dog or something, and you're not allowed those type of things normally in the first rental that you have.
Yeah.
Good morning to Neil de Toy from Tauranga. Vanita saying, form some social circles. It's easier when you work because you can make friends. Michelle Salzwessel saying, the first 2 years was tough for me. Everything from the people's way, fitting in the workplace, finding the best shops. Yeah, normally the women like to find the shops, and then they tell me it's the best shops and so forth. So.
And the thing is, when you get here, I can still remember now, everything is familiar, or most of the things are familiar for me. But when I got here and I went to Pack and Save, because everyone said that Pack and Save is the place to buy, it's the cheapest and whatever. The first time I walked into Pack and Save, I said to Jan, is this where we need to shop? Because the Pack and Save that we went to, I think it was in Auckland. The very first one. And it looked like a muck road to me. So I was just like, oh my word, it wasn't a nice shop. It didn't look inviting, and So, but you get used to that, and now they have changed even the Pack and Save so that it really looks more like a very nice shopping place.
The first time we went shopping for the house, because we had nothing, we couldn't have any groceries or even butter or anything. So that was down in Papamoa, and I had $1,000 because I wanted to stock the house, get all the needed stuff now. And after about half an hour, we still only had salt.
we were afraid to buy anything because it's so expensive.
So,
it was just so expensive.
You're not used to the currency and used to the prices that they charge you and so forth.
Yeah.
So,
one thing that I can't stress this enough is, do not compare yourself to the journey of other people. When you see people that immigrated and they put all this nice stuff on Facebook, and yes, it is nice, but don't compare yourself to that. You've got your own journey.
Or judge yourself.
No, don't judge yourself.
Don't judge yourself, because I see a lot of people, and they've popped up these last, I would say, 1 or 2 years, but people just saying, "Oh wow!" And it is. There's a lot of wow things. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of wow things, but there's also a lot of things that you should look out for. So everything is not wow. So and the way that you perceive it your wow and my wow is probably two total different things. So
yeah, and remember when you just get here, when we just got here, we couldn't go on holidays, we couldn't go spend a lot of money on stuff. We did the things that was for free, and we still do that.
Oh yeah, that's still the most fun, basically.
But when you see people that's been here for a long time, you can get kind of very disheartened if you see that everyone's going on holidays and all that kind of stuff. So don't compare your journey to theirs. They've been here for a very long time, and they also went through the same struggles. You're not behind.
The other thing is, a lot of people after 10 or 15 years forgot the struggles they had when they arrived here. And probably it's a good thing. It's a good thing to forget bad things that happened to you, or badder experiences.
But it's sometimes I just find myself and I think back to what I thought and how it was for me when we arrived. And it's actually very humbling. And it kind of makes me emotional if I think about it. It was a really good time for me. Yes, you feel you don't belong and you feel a little bit scared and unsettled, but it was a very exciting time for me, and I felt like I can write my own story.
And for me, everything was wow. Geez, I mean, I walked out and said, "There's no papers lying in front of my house." It was wow. And geez, check out it's raining. True. I love the rain. It's wow. So Juanita just saying, did you know that Woolworths had a Safa in charge of the stores? He brought in SA products and also made it look like Woolies in South Africa.
I can vouch for that. The Woolies now.
South Africans are good people, man.
But that's the thing, and that's what I can't get sometimes about people that don't want immigrants in their country. I get it sometimes, but if you just see everything that they can bring to the table in the country, because they come from various places with different things, and they see how things can evolve and how things can better. And sometimes it's a good idea to just let that be. Let someone take over and make it a little bit new. The Woolies in New Zealand now are just next level.
Omrigo saying he took 7 years. He's only starting to settle now.
It takes a long time.
It takes a long
time. And I think if you still have a back door open in wherever you come from, it can make your journey a little bit harder. Because in the back of your head, you always have that thing like, I don't like this, I'll soon go back. So you shouldn't do that.
I closed every back door. I knew, even if I have to sleep underneath the bridge, I'm not going back. So
you can also answer this question, but I'm going to ask you, who was the very first person in New Zealand that made you feel like you are okay and you belong here?
We met that guy in the shop.
Yes.
The South African guy.
With the mayonnaise.
I think his name is Dirk, yeah. That guy showed me, I don't know, I can't say he made me feel okay. He showed me there's other South Africans here.
He made you feel normal.
No, he just showed me there's other South Africans here and they're living here.
Yes. And they actually know which mayonnaise is right.
and all the others. And I thought, geez, if you could figure it out, and I don't know how long, I mean, he could have been here for 20 years. I haven't got the faintest idea. If he could figure it out, why can't I?
Yes.
And I think that the next person that was I would say good to us was that estate agent. The one that sold us, or not sold us, that gave us our first rental.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yes.
She was normal, no issues, and so forth. Because if going to rentals, it's crazy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it is really difficult.
Yeah, you just feel like a number, and sometimes you feel like an unwanted number, by the way. So,
and the thing is, when you've been here, I mean, I haven't been here for a very long time when this happened, but then one day I was in Pack and Save, and I heard this man and his wife talk about flour, and I could hear that they really don't know which flour to buy, and I went to them and I said, "Fella, what's a meal soek julle?"
So you were that person.
Yeah,
that's
and
good.
It felt so good. And the thing is, when you're in that situation, you feel kind of anxious because you know you have to, and you don't know what to buy. But for me, it was there was joy in being able to help someone pick the right flour. If you can just make it a little lighter for yourself, make it fun and make it a good journey. Don't take everything so personal and say, oh, I don't know what to do and I don't know what to buy. make it kind of, I don't know, make it fun.
Yeah.
Buy the wrong thing and try again.
And eventually end up with about 50 bottles of mayonnaise in your fridge.
Yes.
Yeah. Patricia is saying, going on 7 years and still feel more at home, but still struggle. What helped me is surrounding myself with other South African people that's going or have walked through the same road. Hearing your own language and having a braai makes everything better.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
It is.
And that is the one other thing that I can say about making your country your home. Try to keep to your own culture as well at home. Do the braai, speak your Afrikaans. Do the
even
things,
if you do it yourself, all alone.
Yeah.
Have a braai. It's easy.
Do the things that you would normally do in South Africa. Keep to your own little things that you used to do.
But also try the new country stuff.
Yeah.
Like the pies. Yeah. But don't try too many like I've did. So I'm still struggling with the weight. Where's Vanita? Vanita says she's 26 years in New Zealand and that's 50-50 in South Africa and in New Zealand. So it's been just giving her age away a bit.
Well, next year you're going to be longer in New Zealand than you've been in South Africa. That's a nice thing to think about. Yeah.
Here's something that Bernard is saying. Bernard Delport saying, what makes many people feel unsettled is knowing that the mortgage will only be paid at a very late age. We are happy with where we live and the people around us. It's just that mortgage. It is.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I can say something, Bernard, and I will invite you. I am working on a plan for people, but I'll speak to you later about that.
So you have got a plan.
I'm busy working with. I've got this idea in my head where I want to help people preserve their wealth better, because a lot of people earn money, and at the end of the day, they spend it on a lot of other stuff and so forth, and the mortgage, and it doesn't get paid, and they take a 30-year mortgage and so forth. So and so what other things were there?
The thing that I can say that I've seen and I've experienced it myself is that immigration changes you. You, in the long run, are not going to be the same person that you were when you were back where you come from. So even though you feel unsettled and you feel a little bit out of place and like you don't belong and you feel kind of lonely, that's just human. It doesn't make you it doesn't define you. You're just human, and that's why you're feeling like you're feeling. But give yourself the time that we just spoke about, and you will see when you look back at how you've grown and how you've changed. Your priorities change, your confidence change, your values kind of change, because things that were important to you when you were back in South Africa, in the first instance, you're not going to be able to afford it when you get here first. So it shouldn't be important to you anymore. Otherwise, it's going to make you struggle. So when you get here, kind of leave behind everything that was that important to you. I'm not talking about family and friends and stuff. I'm talking about the material things. Leave that behind. You're starting fresh, and you will get confidence in the years to come. Just give yourself some time and be gentle with yourself.
Lorette Klassen is just saying, went to funeral last week. I was South African in the past, spoke more Afrikaans at that service as an SA itself. Wasn't so good for your PTE English test later the next day. Yeah.
Oh my word, I've got so many friends that's going to write that test now in the next 2 months.
And kids and everybody.
It's terrible.
Yes, something that Neil says, and I resonate with that. Neil Detoy is saying, once you're over that residency and PR, it's getting easier. It is. It really is.
It is. It's kind of like you feel like you are
you've ticked the box.
And you belong a little bit more.
Especially residency. I think residency, that's a kopseer. What's a headache? Sorry for the English guys. It's a headache. So, once you're, but yes, not all people last as long, and it's sad to see people have to go back to South Africa and have to start all over again. That's the worst thing. I don't know, how do you start over in that country? But anyway,
I don't know.
Karin Pelser, all the way from the South Island, saying, I befriended people before we came and met some most amazing people who hanged curtains while we were on the plane. They also stocked the cupboards with some food and even brought my son and husband food until I arrived 6 days later. Yeah, it's unbelievable
and that
what happens,
already makes you feel at home a lot more. We also used to do that. People will get hold of you. I remember, like with Rini, her friend phoned me and said, my friend is coming to New Zealand. This is their address. They'll be moving in on this day. Can you please just do something nice for her? And I bought her a welcome plant and I put it at the front door with a nice card and whatever. And only that, just that, thinking that there's someone that comes from your country that's actually been living here and that has got the freedom and the ability to drive all the way to Omokurawa and put a plant at my front door. It's the small little things that make you feel like, oh my word, I'm going to be able to do this.
Yeah. Can you just say permanent residency approved yesterday? Congratulations. That's probably another tick box.
And now you're just waiting for the citizenship. And
just
this
time.
And that is just the easy part. It is so easy. Yeah.
And once you're on that podium and you get your citizenship, it's like, it's just an undescribable feeling that you have.
And then one thing that you must remember is that growing in your new country, becoming a new you, it can feel uncomfortable because it's new and it's unfamiliar. But you're not losing yourself, even if it feels sometimes like you don't know yourself anymore. You don't know how you're going to be able to do this. You're actually expanding. You're expanding your knowledge. You're expanding who you are. For me, I think that was the greatest gift that immigration could ever give me. It's just the way that I was able to change and to grow within myself.
The biggest thing I think that immigration gave me was the fact that it showed me that I'm adaptable.
Yes.
And I think probably that's what you were trying to get out there. You are adaptable, even if your circumstances is how, can I say shit? It's bad. Sorry, that's a real word. It's bad. And I've got a lot of respect. There's people that arrive here in bad circumstances that have been hurt extremely badly in South Africa, and they come here, they're broken people.
Yeah.
But even for them, there's help.
Yeah.
This is what makes New Zealand so unique. You can become whole again here.
Yeah.
And it takes time, but you have to give yourself the time. Yeah. Nothing happens overnight. Not like that.
It doesn't. No. It takes time.
No.
And one thing that if I think about how men think, and I mean, I sometimes...
You don't know how men think. No, that's a dangerous
association. The thing is, I can imagine how men must feel when they arrive here in New Zealand, because maybe in South Africa, you were financially stable, you had everything sorted, you had a plan for when you have to retire one day. Now you get to a new country and you're thinking, how am I going to do this? So there's a lot of stress on a man, and
whoever the
main applicant, shall I say.
And there's women, and I've worked with them as well, that's got the same.
I take my hat off to the women that come here alone, single moms, or ladies that come here with husbands that don't really want to be here, and they just have to make it work.
And vice versa.
Yeah. And I mean, for a lady, for a woman, you've got the stress then of the financial burden, you've got the work, you've got the kids, you've got the schools. I can just imagine how difficult it can be.
The one thing, sorry, about why men do it mostly, and I'm talking men with wife and kids.
Yes.
They mostly do it because of the kids.
I know.
And
I know.
It's terrible if your wife doesn't understand that.
Yeah. And vice versa.
Yeah, the other side around as well.
Yeah. So I think the sooner you can kind of just get your head around how the financial situation in New Zealand will work for you, how your insurance will work, what is KiwiSaver, what does it mean for you, how will I be able to retire one day?
And the mortgage.
Yeah.
And it's a big problem.
But if you can just get your head around a plan and talk to someone to help you with that plan. Jan is here. He can help you with that. It doesn't need to be now. It doesn't need to happen now, but at least if you've got a plan, it will make you feel a
but
little bit
we-
more settled.
We are a society of now.
I know we are.
That's a one problem.
I know
And
we are.
with what I'm trying to achieve is to tell people the now problem is a problem. Because people take $50, they put it in an investment account, and 2 days later they say, shit, I'm not a millionaire yet. But that's the thing.
Yeah.
You want a pie, get in your car, you drive to the shop, you have a pie.
Yeah.
There's not the thing for let's go and buy flour and make our own pie. It's instant gratification all the time.
Yeah.
And people start thinking this with their money as well.
Yeah.
And the problem is that there's financial advisors that's pushing that as well.
Yeah.
I've seen some agendas out there that's shocking. I spoke to somebody yesterday who said to me what a financial advisor said to me, and I fully believe this guy. I fully believe this guy because I know the financial advisor. And what he said to me, whoa, it's scary.
Okay.
It's scary. The way that
he
the other advisor wanted to do this guy would have lost heaps of money. As in heaps of money. And this is just on the savings portion.
Yeah. So I think one thing that maybe can also help you is when you immigrate, also leave behind the ideas that you had about retirement and the ideas that you had about when you're going to retire, because that also changes when you
I think what you're meaning is now in South Africa at about age 55, you were told by the work to go and help yourself somewhere else. In this country, it's not like this.
Yeah.
You can work until the day that you fall over.
Yeah.
I don't know in the bigger corporates, so the guys that are in bigger corporates, I don't know, do you have specific dates that you must be out?
Yeah.
But I know anywhere else, go and look. There's older people working. It's nothing against older people working, but it gives them a chance to build their wealth further because they are you need wealth the whole time.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Now, so just to sum it up, if New Zealand doesn't feel like home for you right now, not yet, you're not alone. There's a lot of people that feel like you do, and they feel like that for years and years and years. You're not alone. So just give yourself some time.
Yep.
And share your story, because sometimes hearing that someone else is also struggling and also struggling to make New Zealand feel like home, then you kind of feel normal and you're not feeling like this is not working out, I need to go back.
Yeah.
I think sometimes just because we don't talk about what we're going through makes other people think that you don't have any struggles. Everything just worked out for you from the beginning and you are just thriving and everything is just perfect.
That's what people see. Once they see somebody who's been here for a few years, they think, geez, these guys didn't suffer to come in here.
Yeah.
I mean, they've each got a car, they've got a house.
Yeah.
But so.
Michelle is also saying home is where the heart is, and that is the one thing that I always
So
stick
you got to make your heart your home.
You think the thing is what you have to do is you have to make the people your home, because your home is actually just the people that you surround yourself with.
Makes sense.
It makes sense, yeah. But get yourself some nice stuff. I, at one stage in my life, had a few things in my home that didn't fit in with anything else that I had in my home. But when I looked at that item, I remember this is where it comes from and this is what it means to me. Doesn't matter if it doesn't fit into the rest of what my house looks like. It's the things that make you feel at peace and makes you feel like this is where I belong. Try that. Do that. Go buy yourself something nice.
So for guys, that will be the same as buying a new fishing rod.
Well, if you get into the garage and you see your fishing rod and
I
you
love
feel like,
my fishing rod.
This is where I belong, then that's it.
Yeah. All right, guys, on that note, I think the weekend will be a good fishing time. So let's pop off. Okay.
Okay. Take care. If you're still on your way, all the best, and keep an open mind. If you're here and you still don't feel at home, give yourself some time. It will happen. Don't compare yourself to others. That's the most important thing I could say.
Yep. All right. Thanks a lot. And until next time, we'll see you again.
Bye.
Bye.